What's up, ladies and gentle folks? We're back at it with another episode of the brUTherhood, episode 9, and it's going to be real fun right now with my brother DJ Augustin and my bro Nick Shuley. What's up, fellas?
What's happening, fellas?
Happy New Year, man.
Happy New
It's
Year.
been a minute.
Yeah.
We haven't been on the podcast, but glad to be back. You know, some technical difficulties and just, you know, the holidays and traveling. And so it's a new year, 2024, and we're heading into Big 12 play. So I'm looking forward to, you know, recapping these games and talking about our Longhorns and catching up with you guys on, you know, your life and what's going on besides basketball. So hopefully everybody's in good health and everybody's had a happy New Year, good Christmas, Kwanzaa or Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, you know, all respect.
Well, let's get into it, fellas. Let's get into a little, you know, we're kicking off the final season of the Big 12 for the Longhorns before we move to the SEC. And I figured before we start recapping the first couple games of the team, let's talk a little bit about some of y'all's experiences. I think people really like to hear some of y'all's favorite experiences. But first, before we jump into that, tell people how it kind of works over the break when you're in school. Kind of, you know, you've got that interesting space that's kind of once finals end, and then before the start of conference play in January, you've got this kind of long time. So how does that generally work? Do they let y'all go home? Did y'all stick around? Because I know there's games. How did that work when y'all were playing?
So for the break, I remember my freshman year, I stayed, you know, thinking I would stay around and, you know, spend time in the gym, and I should have went home. So I was at campus by myself. It was nobody there. It was like I was in the Gobi Desert by myself, and that was a bad experience. So I should have just booked the ticket to go home. So I end up going to Coach Lanier's house and spending Christmas with him. And I told myself I'd never do that again. But, you know, all the students are out. So we're on campus. We're basically in the gym, you know, 2-a-days with training. And then you have the games. And when you go to the games, it's pretty dead because, you know, nobody's on campus. So it's a weird vibe during this time, and it's a long time. You know, we get a couple days off to, you know, to kind of unwind, and then we're back in the gym, and we're actually spending more time on the court. So it's a grind time. It's no like rest. So that's what I took my 4 years at UT in that experience, in that gap.
Was that similar for you, DJ?
Yeah, it was similar. It was pretty hard, you know, being a freshman away from home. Like Roy said, you know, we like the only people. I stayed on campus my entire time at UT. So I remember, it's funny, I Am Legend had just came out in 2007, my rookie year, my freshman year. And that's what it felt like. Like we was just I went to see that movie with my wife. She was my girlfriend at the time. We went to see that movie in Austin during this time, and I was scared to death on campus because it felt like that. Like we was the only people on campus.
Only,
like
nobody's there, no other sports.
Nobody. Like we would, and then like, you know, our schedule was different too because we didn't have classes. So they would make us, you know, coach kind of switched it up where we'll have like a film breakfast morning, and we'll come back and then lift in the afternoon and come back and practice. So we were still at the gym all day, but when we did leave, it was just dead. Nobody on campus, no cars around, nothing. It just felt so dead and like weird. But, you know, we made it work. We had each other. You know, the guys, we stuck together. We did things together to try to get through those times. But, you know, it was part of being a college student.
Yeah, that's funny that you say that because I'm now I have some recollection of what kind of happened. And I'm like, we didn't even have food at the time. Like they had to make sure that like we got breakfast, we got fed like at the practice facility.
Yeah,
so they would have
cafeterias
like
are closed.
The cafeteria is closed. Everything is closed. Everything is closed. It's like it's like the Wild Wild West with like tumbleweeds.
Yeah, we had Outback a few times for lunch. Like they'd just get a big order of catered Outback, and we just get chicken breast and all that kind of stuff. We try to do it. Coach Todd always tried to get us healthy options. We had guys like me, Big Dex, people that love to eat. Yeah,
for sure. So, he was eating like 2 meals.
Yeah, so we had to keep it, kind of healthy. But I just remember it just being dead, man. Just like I said, like I Am Legend, like nobody around, just us walking home from practice, just by ourselves, going into these empty buildings. You just hear each other's doors closing. If you heard another door closing, something was wrong. So,
yeah, it's definitely, going to the games over the break. I still remember it and did it over this break. And yeah, there's decent crowds, but I remember it was just an odd vibe. It was, you could hear everything. You could hear the sneakers squeaking louder. You could hear the ball just because the place was half empty, especially the Irwin Center, man. That place was cavernous when there was nobody in there. And you still had like 20 people sitting in the upper deck and then just sparse spread out over the rest. They had decent crowds at the Moody over this break, but it was still not, obviously not what it's been. But talking a little bit about it as they go into conference play, I think for you guys, what was the most difficult place you played when you were in the Big 12?
Of course, Kansas. Kansas always packed 18,000 with the bench seating. The acoustics were terrible in there and you couldn't hear anything. I would say Oklahoma State would probably be second for us. What happened my sophomore year when we got into the little fiasco with the fan. It wasn't a rumble, so I'll talk about that in another podcast, but Oklahoma State, just the way it was built, like it was straight up. So you kind of felt like, like the fans were on the court and it was just a tight, circumference. Where else? Baylor, no. We had Texas A&M, no. Colorado, no. Nebraska, no. Oklahoma, of course. Yeah. That would be probably my top 3. Kansas,
what about Lubbock?
Lubbock was, it was loud and it was filled a big arena, but I didn't feel like, the nerves. Like Oklahoma, you wanted to beat Oklahoma so bad, and it was always a packed house. And like Kansas was a big game, and Oklahoma State was a big game. And Lubbock wasn't a big game for us. It really wasn't. We were beating them by 20 most of the time. So.
Roy, what was it for you? I mean, sorry, DJ, what was it for you, my bad?
Man, did you say Big 12 or just period?
Yeah, just Big 12, but we can go into the others later.
You can go period.
Yeah, I mean, Big 12, I would have to agree with Roy. Like, for us, it was Oklahoma State. Just the way their seating is in that arena. I don't know. Do they still play in the same arena?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
just the way that
it's like a V in there.
Yeah, they like right on top of you. Yeah, they right on top of you. So, and they kind of like, even on our bus, they like wrote stuff on our bus by the time we came out. It was, I thought that was one of the toughest places. Kansas obviously was crazy. And then I thought A&M was pretty.
Oh, A&M, you're right, because A&M was in the Big 12. A&M was
they get to doing that rocking. They get to doing that rocking thing in the stand.
Yeah, like when they grab each other's arms and they go side to side like that.
Reed Arena.
Yeah, so that's.
I remember my sister went there. I think when we were in school at the same time, Roy, and it got loud, man. I was pretty impressed. I'd go up there or go to College Station for the games, and I remember they had
a nice, a smaller arena though. It was real. It was small. It felt
they're just loud, man. They have good fans. Like I'm not an A&M fan, but they get after it a little bit.
Yeah, I like it.
The rivalry will continue now because we're going to the SEC. So
I know.
Speaking
of the last year in the Big 12. All right, so we had the opener for the Big 12 again. Texas went down 78-67 to Tech. Did you guys get a chance to check out that game, or did you watch the highlights on that one? I know
definitely
you've been on the road, right?
Watched the highlights. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Definitely had to watch the highlights. I was pretty disappointed with the outcome. Just watching the highlights from Tech's guards, their guard play was outstanding. They had like 35 points between their two guards. The kid Pop and what was the other kid's name from Tech? Man, he was cooking us.
Yeah, I can't recall his name, but yeah, what was it, Pop Isaacson or whatever his name was? And let's hold on, I'll tell you.
You got to pull him up.
Yeah, it was. They definitely came out flat. Didn't shoot the ball well. It was one of those games where you just didn't feel like we had it, and it kind of felt like we were going to turn the tides in the second half, but it just did not happen. And tough way to start. Only the second time they've ever lost at Moody, which is nuts.
I see that, and I'm like going back to my history against Tech. I think I lost to Tech one time, and it wasn't regular season. It was in the Big 12 tournament. They beat us. They upsetted us. With Andre Emmett.
Toussaint was the kid. I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah. They were just cooking our guards, and it was crazy because I was like, they're gonna miss a shot. It was mid range. It was threes. It was getting to the basket. We were switching. We went to zone, and then he went from zone to man, and it was just like too many defensive schemes, and we couldn't stop them no matter what coverage we were in. And they were on that glass as well. They really wanted it. They threw the first punch. They threw the second punch. We threw a punch back. We countered, and after that, they beat us by double digits. 11 on your home court. That's like losing like 20 on the road. So.
Yeah, we just couldn't string enough baskets together, and the crazy thing about the Big 12, I think a lot of people got pretty discouraged after that game, but people have to realize this is a long season, and the Big 12 is tough. If you listen to this is crazy. I saw that I was researching this earlier today. Here's the Big 12 current conference standings. Listen to the records of the teams. K-State 12-3. Kansas 13-1, Oklahoma 13-1, Baylor 12-2, Tech 12-2, Iowa State 12-3, Texas 12-3, Houston 14-1. Oh dang, that means Houston just lost. Houston just lost.
They lost?
Yeah, they lost to Iowa State. I just
wow.
updated.
Well, just by you saying that, the Big 12 is the best conference in the country right now.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's not even close, man. 12
from top to bottom.
Cincy, who we'll cover in just a second, who Texas just played 12-3, BYU 12-2, TCU 11-3, wow. UCF 9-4, Oklahoma State 8-6, and then West Virginia is the only team with a losing record at 5-10. That's insane. So
come tournament time, can we possibly get 9?
I mean, right now there's 6 ranked Big 12 teams, and
then Cincy beat BYU, they almost beat us.
Yeah, knock BYU from 12th to 18th. And then,
right.
Yeah,
we're at 25, right?
Yeah,
so
hanging on.
We can possibly get 8 to 9 teams in.
Yeah, Houston's number 2, KU's number 3, Oklahoma's number 9, BYU's 18th, and Texas 25th.
Wow.
It's going to be a gauntlet. So I think fans have to have a little perspective on this. Look, it wasn't the way we wanted to come out. We're not playing our best basketball right now, but I think we're starting to figure out who we are and how to play. And I think having Disu back, and I think we're still working through a lot of things, and people have to understand that is when you have probably arguably your best player come back at the end of December, you've got a whole new identity as a team. And I think this team's still figuring it out. And after watching that Cincinnati game was a grown up game. Like it was important, man. Like, and look, since he's not ranked, but I think that team will be ranked or will make the tournament at the end of the year. We will see, but they've got some players, and Texas grew up a little bit. That one's on the road, and they took some knocks. They were down by, I think we were down by 4 or 3 or 4 at the end of the game, and came back and won that game. And Asmus hit a big shot at the buzzer. And yeah, for the folks out there listening, we apologize. This thing the game just finished, so we're kind of real time updating this, but yeah, Texas
the best time. No, for real. But fun fact, Wes Miller, who's in his second year at Cincinnati, I work with his younger brother, Walker Miller, who was at UNC, and Wes Miller was a UNC point guard on that 2005 national championship team.
Oh, wow.
And he's the head coach at the University of Cincinnati. And his brother, big shout out to Walker Miller, went to UNC and then transferred to Monmouth and played for King Rice, who was also a UNC former player. And we just took down Cincinnati. So I'm going to go collect my $100 from Walker Miller tomorrow.
Love it. Yeah, Texas won 74-73. They were up 41-39 at half. And Dylan Disu with a huge game, 33 points, 6 boards. He had 19 in the first half, hit 4 3-pointers. And they did a lot of this. They did this whole game without Caden Shedrick because Shedrick had back spasms at the last second and didn't end up playing. And then, as we mentioned, Texas was down by 1 with I think to like under 15 seconds left, and Max Asmus came down and hit a solid pull up jumper, a lot like the one he hit against Louisville, and gave Texas a 1-point lead. And Texas ended up they missed the shot, or since he missed the shot at the buzzer, and Texas won by 1. So big road win. Any road win in the Big 12 is an important win. And this year, any win in the Big 12 is big. And Texas has really got to build that resume because they haven't had a signature victory yet. And so this I mean, I wouldn't call this
not a signature victory.
I wouldn't call it. Yeah, I wouldn't call it a signature, but it's an important one.
Winning on the road. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to say
winning on the road is hard to do. Winning in general is hard to do, but it's not a signature win. They haven't beaten a top 25 team yet. So until they go into, a Kansas or a University of Houston or, a Baylor and win a game, that's a signature win. So yeah, they're winning games that they were supposed to win. If they lost to Cincinnati, that was, that would be an upset.
Like Roy says, definitely one of the toughest conferences. But my thing is, how much, I understand they need time and they starting to get it together. But how much more time are they gonna need? Because the season is we don't have a lot more time to waste and to figure things out. We're at that point now, we gotta get it together soon.
Yeah, that's a good point. You always we keep on saying time. We're in the Big 12 play. Like we're 15 games in.
That's my only thing. Like it's like, I understand, we were missing guys in the beginning. We still have guys out, but the main key guys, Dylan and Tyrese and Disu, those guys, they gotta bring it every night. They gotta hold it down no matter who's playing or who's out, because it's not a lot of time left. This is college. Like NBA, yeah, you got time to miss a few games and figure things out. But college basketball, you gotta be on top of it, especially around this time of year.
Well, and I think we're fortunate because, and this is not a knock on these teams. Obviously, there's not going to be any easy ones. Our next game is this Saturday at West Virginia, who's the last ranked team in the conference, and they're the only team with a losing record. So you've got that game to start to continue to figure things out and hopefully figure it out on the road. And then the next game goes at home against Central Florida, which is Ethiel Horton's old team. And I think you've got another chance there. They're third to last in the conference. So those are 2 very winnable games, a good chance to kick the tires, and we need to come out of those games ready to go. Because
if we're saying we're figuring it out, then we have no identity then. So
I don't think we
have no identity because we're trying to figure it out. Guys going in and out the lineup. Like DJ said, this is not the NBA. You don't have 82 games to figure it out. You don't, with 15 games in, guys are being hurt. And like DJ said, the main guys have to step up. They have to step up and carry the torch. They have to step up in the big games and win games and be the X factors and move the needle. If that doesn't happen, we're basically going to be saying that on the next episode. We're trying to gel. Oh, this guy's in the lineup. This guy's out the lineup. No, the time is now. The time is urgent. We're in conference play. If you don't step up to the plate, it's a chance you don't make the NCAA tournament if you're not performing at a high level. We are in the number 1 conference right now. So every game is going to be, it's no gimme games. You go into West Virginia on the road, it's a chance you can lose.
Well, I agree. And I think that's why West Virginia and Central Florida, those are the moments where we have to figure out who we are. If we don't come out of those games figuring out who we are, listen to the next part of the schedule.
But hold on, those are more like feel-good games. You're going to win those games, right?
Right, but figuring out how to play together with this lineup, because I think we've kicked the tires on so many different lineups this year. But having Disu changes the entire identity of the team. Well, you guys know it does.
Yeah,
we play a different game.
At 33, you can play him at the 5. When Cedric comes back, do you have him come off the bench? What are you doing with Brock? Is he still in the starting lineup, or are you just trying things? He has basically a playoff like rotation. He's only playing 8 guys. You can't win with playing 8 guys because God forbid somebody goes down and then you got to trust a guy that hasn't played a whole year. That doesn't work. So just playing 8 guys to be safe and win games. No, you got to, when you go up 10 points, you got to throw in one of those guys to see if they can give you like 2 to 3 to 4 or 5 minutes and build that confidence. You got to build confidence in these younger players. And then on top of that, like you got these 2 big time All-American players coming in next year, young guys. They want to play, and he's going to have to throw them out there, and they're going to have to fail, and they're going to have to make mistakes. And at the end of the day, you got guys on that roster, and I keep on saying Chris Johnson, I'm going to continue to say it, that can play. So you got to throw them out there in little bite-sized minutes so he can build his confidence.
And speaking of Chris, that we have a special interview coming up with him. We cut over the break, and we'll paste that in. But what I was saying is, if we don't come out of West Virginia and UCF with that gel and that identity, listen to this next part of the lineup. You got Baylor at home, then you go at OU, both ranked, at BYU, ranked, versus Houston, ranked. At TCU, who just took Kansas to the wire, at Kansas, then at home against Iowa State, who just beat Houston, then back to West Virginia, or back versus West Virginia. So that run right there is insane. Like that's going to define the season right there. And you got to win a couple of those at least.
And that West Virginia game is going to be tricky because now you got Shaka, correct?
No, he's Marquette.
He's Marquette. I'm tripping. I got Marquette. So I'm thinking about Marquette. Yeah, my bad.
Well, yeah, we already lost to Marquette.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Marquette. I was about to say Shaka and the kid that played for Texas. Yeah, but they had Marquette. Right? Yeah.
Marquette smoked our boots.
So West Virginia is basically a must win for sure.
Oh, for sure. Those are like both those games.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's no gimme games on the road. You know that, DJ.
Yeah,
like you can go against the worst team in the league and they beat you. It's happened. It's proven. Yeah. Guys are going to get up. Every college team's going to get up for a ranked opponent, a top 25 in an AP opponent. Every team is going to get up for that. So West Virginia, they lost their coach and they're trying to find a way. They're trying to find the light, and they're going to give us our best punch. They're going to throw their best punch.
Yeah, so moral of the story is no matter who we play, because the schedule's not going to get any easier, we got to figure it out now. Sense of urgency, get this shit together, and get it moving. Because like I said, there's not much time left, man.
Right, I agree with you. So
there's not much time.
Nick, you can't be saying, we got to figure it out.
It ain't much time, Nick.
I know. We got technically we're ranked right now, but with our RPI, et cetera, like if the season ended right now, we wouldn't get in the tournament, in my opinion.
That's what I'm saying. We don't want to be sitting in front of our TV trying to wait to see if we get in. We gotta take care of business. Yeah, for sure.
Well, let's head over to this interview we did with one of Royale's favorite players, Mr. Chris Johnson. Well, Chris, we're excited to have you here, man, and appreciate you taking the time. We're going to start off with the question we always ask. Why Texas?
Basically, because I just wanted to be closer to my family. And, I just wanted to have my mom, my dad, and my sister at all my games. And then TJ Ford and Royal played a big part of that, too. You know what I'm saying? Seeing what they did at Texas, watching them play. And I just wanted to come be a part of it.
I love that, man.
Well, we're glad to have you, man. I've known you for some years, watch you blossom into a really good player. I knew you committed to Kansas. It didn't kind of work out, but you're now a Longhorn. You're a part of the family. And, whatever you need, we're here for you. Myself, DJ, just pick up that phone and, we're here at any moment, bro. This is family. That's why it's the brotherhood.
Oh, yeah. We got
You see the hoodies. You see the hoodies. The merch is lit.
we got you, man. That's all it takes to get one is just be on the show. You're on the list.
How that's been for you, though, bro? I know y'all season just started. I know you said being close to family. I know that was big for me, being at Texas, and my family drove up from Houston to see games. Like, how's that been? Have they been to all the games so far?
I think my mom's did miss one game, but pretty much she's been there like every game, and that's like a big change from where I came from my senior year at Montverde. They didn't really get to see me play a lot in person, so it's a big plus for sure.
That's fine, yeah.
So you got a chance to play at Montverde with Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
How was that experience? What do you think his ceiling is as a prospect for the NBA?
I think he's for sure the best player in his class, just off the simple fact because he knows how to play the game the right way, and he shows up every day and does all the little things, and that's what really like winning all comes down to is who's gonna do the little things and who's gonna be a great teammate, and that's what he does, and that's what he did literally every day at Montverde. So I feel like his ceiling is super high, super high. Yeah.
Did you cross paths were you and Dylan on the same team, Mitchell?
Nah, me and Dylan were not on the same team.
Gotcha.
I came the year after Dylan left.
Okay, got it. That makes sense. Yeah. What for you has been the biggest kind of transition or biggest difference, coming from Montverde to Texas?
You saying like playing style or like
just anything, man. Even like life, even anything.
Well, I mean, it was for sure a smooth transition. I mean, I lived the whole year at Montverde, so I knew I could go anywhere, and be fine with the living aspect. It was just, you know what I'm saying? It's really just been, I ain't gonna lie, Montverde prepared me really, really well for college. Like, I've really not had to struggle a lot. I really had a lot of struggles at Montverde. They kind of, you know what I'm saying, trumped over the first year college ones. So now I just be trying to be consistent every day, be a good teammate, and just know my time's gonna come and just be a good teammate until I get my time.
Yeah, so it was really honestly a prep school for you in a sense. Yeah. It got you ready, and that's awesome, man. That's good to hear.
I like how you said my time. Like a lot of guys are not patient. They're not willing to wait on their time to play, to get those minutes, to get that experience. Like at the end of the day, I feel like you're a very special, talented guard, and I advocate for you to get more minutes because I feel like you can help with the scoring load. You got good size as a defender, but like you said you're waiting on your time. And will you be ready when that time comes?
For sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, being at Montverde helped me 100% because, you just around greatness there. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I done took so many little things that I've seen, all those players do and just, put it to my everyday routine. Like, I make sure I got a routine in the morning before practice to get me ready for practice, routine after practice, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I do that every single day after practice and just shoot a basketball every day, you know what I'm saying? Even the recovery, getting the cold tub, you know what I'm saying? Little things like that. And I just know once my time comes, I will be ready to play. So,
wow. You sound like a pro. You said recovery, cold tub. People don't know about they don't know about the contrast baths, the hot and the cold.
How long you staying there?
I ain't gonna lie, I used to just hit the cold tub straight 15 minutes every day. But
do you get up to your shoulders?
I'm
okay.
Here.
Okay,
yeah, I'm there. I'm
respect.
For sure. But TJ really just put me on last week to get in there for 10 minutes the cold tub, then go sit in the hot tub for 10. But I ain't gonna lie, I be in that hot tub for about 20 after that.
That's what's up, man. What's your thoughts on Austin so far, bro? What's your any favorite things to do, restaurants? What's the vibe out there?
Yeah, places to go.
I'm more of a, you know what I'm saying?
Don't say you're a homebody. Do not say you're a homebody.
I really am, though. I really don't be outside. I really just be at the crib on the game for real. And
Sleeping.
Yeah, sleeping.
That's been everybody's answer.
Yeah, a lot of sleep for sure. But the food spots, I like Dirty Martin's. Dirty Martin's is cool.
That's
But
a classic.
I'm really a Chick-fil-A guy. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh.
Chick-fil-A. So anytime I can give me some Chick-fil-A, that's most likely where I'm gonna be.
Oh, that's easy money.
Yeah, for sure.
Who are some of your closest friends on the team?
I say I like all the guys, but like the closest probably me, Kendall, Dylan Mitchell, and Z Zert. So
Okay.
them three for sure.
So y'all spend the most time together off the court?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For me, like I said, I don't be trying to go out for real, but Kendall's my roommate, and then Z just my guy. Like I rock with Z, and then DM because you know what I'm saying. Like I like they demeanor, like they like you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah, their energy,
they
their
my guys.
energy.
So, yeah,
For sure.
That's awesome. But as far as Texas, I mean, did you follow the team last year? Like, their tournament run, that kind of stuff. Were you paying attention to them?
I mean for sure. I mean if you're not following March Madness, you're not no hooper for real. But like,
Amen.
But yeah, I was for sure following them. I ain't gonna lie, like it's crazy because I was committed to Kansas, but I always like had a feeling that I was gonna play at Texas. Like I just always had that feeling for sure. Like even watching them, like I look good in this burnt orange.
What kind of caused you to flip at the end? Because I remember like you were committed pretty close to signing day to KU and then flipped.
I actually flipped the night before I was supposed to go to Kansas, but the real like deciding factor was just the whole family thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just I didn't feel comfortable leaving my family again when I had the option to not, you know what I'm saying? So that was really it right there.
Well, just so you know, Chris, we on probably 3 of the episodes, Royale's been lobbying for you to play more. He talks about it the whole time about how you need to play more. And I have a sneaking suspicion, and DJ, you can back me on this, I think, is that I think Roy sees a lot of himself in you, like in just the way you play defense, your like your size, etc. I think he I think he sees that. Am I right?
Better than me.
Offensively, no offense, Roy. He's way better than you were.
But he got that same motor. Like just
freshman.
even being with them guys this summer. Like what I tell y'all when we was hooping playing, pickup. You was actually on my team a couple of times and we lost. Even in pickup, like you was not going for that. You know what I'm saying? That competitive.
I don't like to lose. That's one thing about me. I hate losing.
Yeah. So that's like losing. That's a great thing to have, bro. Just that competitiveness. No matter what, and that's, you play D, you could score, I mean, you got it all, bro. You got the size, it's just a matter, like you said, your time is coming. You just got to be ready. You doing all the right things and it's going to happen, bro. Knock on wood, if it's an injury, somebody not playing well, but it's going to come, bro. Everybody's number's going to get called. For sure.
No, you got to slide back for sure and play. I ain't gonna lie, we not losing no more games. I ain't gonna lie, we not losing.
That's my first time hooping in like 2 years, bro.
Oh, so you was rusty. You was rusty out there.
He was hooping though. It was really on me. Like I was just a young puppy out there at that time. Like I really didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't on no big dog type of stuff. Like
hey, we got to bring it back. The days when we used to hoop in the summertime, those is epic. So like
those games were crazy, man.
Since I'm back and I was the orchestrator of all that, I think I'm gonna bring it back though. No, real talk, because
you
like
get out there, Royal.
Yeah, I still get out here with these guys out here. Okay. So like, I've been in the gym making sure I'm in shape because I can't get out there with you guys. Y'all too fast.
I remember in 8th grade, TJ had Royal really hooping against us. Like he was really out there hooping too, like not playing no games.
Yeah, and I was a coach. I was out of shape. That was during COVID. Now I'm in shape. And I got unlimited fouls too.
I like it. Who's your? Go ahead, DJ.
Go ahead, Nick.
No, I was gonna say, like, are there any who in the NBA do you kind of model yourself after, or do you look up to? Yeah, or who do you look up to most?
I don't think I have a comp, but the players that I really do watch for real, I watch a lot of Drew Holiday, Chris Paul. I like Avery Bradley. Avery Bradley
Oh,
was a dog. Straight Celtics days. Who
and a
else? I ain't gonna
Longhorn.
lie, I'm a
Yeah, hook 'em,
basketball
baby.
junkie. Like I really do watch a lot of basketball. Like I watch Russell Westbrook. Uh, I've been watching a lot of Halliburton lately too. I really do
Oh,
like him.
He can
But
go.
I ain't gonna lie. I think my favorite probably is Drew though, just because like I like playing defense. Like I like every aspect of the game, and defense is just fun to me. Like I like taking somebody's ball. You know what I'm saying? Like give me that. Like I just like to have that one up on you. So
and
I'll probably say Drew.
that's crazy that you said Drew because Drew was my rookie when I was in Philly, and I had him
Okay.
when he was 18 years old, and I knew the first day we stepped on the court and he was guarding me, I was like, man, there's no way this dude's 18 years old. He was super strong. His lateral quickness was off the chain. He
hmm
was, he just played hard. He was athletic. And he was a smart player. And to say that, like, he's probably one of the best on-ball defenders in the NBA.
So
He's a great person off the court. And I got much love for Drew and his little brother's on our team, Aaron, too. I
yeah,
call
I
him
did see that.
Baby
Don't he got
Holiday.
like two other brothers?
Yeah, he has another brother, Justin, who plays
Yeah.
for the Nugget. So it's 3 holidays. How dope is that to have
Yeah, that's
3 of your
crazy.
Yeah.
All in the
And Drew,
league.
yeah,
That's
and Drew's
crazy.
super strong, bro. Like I played with
he's
Drew in Milwaukee. I played with him in
right.
Milwaukee, bro. Every
See?
day after practice, he went squat with chains, like the big chains on it, and he was just squatting crazy. And his legs, like his thighs, his quads, all that shit is crazy, bro. So that's where all his power come from with that defense shit, bro.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I watch a lot of Shea too. I mess with Shea. Shea
yeah,
Oh
he
tough.
yeah,
cold.
Shay's
Yeah.
tough. Shay's
Yeah.
tough.
Shea
That's
tough.
but how can you say you don't have a comp? Everybody has a comp.
Like, cause I feel like my comp is me. Like I'm gonna end
Oh,
up being Chris Johnson. Like I don't want to
see,
have a
that's
comp.
why I
Like
like this kid, man.
I like it.
You gotta have some swagger. He has a lot of
yeah, like
swagger.
I for sure want to steal things like from other people's game, but like I just feel like I rather just be compared to myself. Like I just rather
You
That's
be Chris
good.
Johnson.
That's
I
a good
like that.
answer.
Yeah,
You one of one. You one of one.
yeah,
Mhm.
thanks.
You uniquely you. I like that.
Well, Chris, how do you feel that the team has come together this year? We always kind of talk about it in this kind of transfer portal era, right? It's like teams have very different chemistries year to year. And, as far as this team, what have you seen? And honestly, you guys are facing even more with the injuries that y'all had with Caden missing some time early and Dylan missing some time and now finally coming back. Like, how have you seen the gel, or is it y'all still figuring it out kind of?
I honestly feel like we're gonna be a really good team in March. A really, really good team in March. Right now, I feel like we do have some growing pains, but we for sure gonna get past that. But right now, to me, it's really just all about ball movement and playing defense. If we get those two things down, ain't nobody gonna beat us. It's just those two things. But I ain't gonna lie, I think a lot of people are gonna be surprised by us in the next couple of like weeks and really have us back on like a top 10 list. But yeah, it's been good though. We've been molding. We all get along. It's not like nobody's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like there's groups. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody pretty much
It's
gets
not
along.
clickish.
Yeah,
Clickish.
like it's
Yeah.
not clicks. Everybody pretty much get along. Everybody's good teammates. So it's always good vibes.
I mean, that goes a long way if you have that camaraderie on and off the court with your teammates. You bonding, you gelling. That helps the chemistry. That helps even when you get into, a debate or argument. Like, I know your character, so at the end of the day, I'm gonna call you out when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
So,
facts.
but that's good that you have a cohesive group, and y'all gelling. It's a new group, freshmen, guys from the transfer portal, and y'all trying to put it together in a
Yeah.
short period of time. So,
Awesome. You guys got any more questions for Chris?
how's the
man,
Moody Center? How's the Moody Center? I ask everybody, how is the Moody Center? Because we played in Frank Irwin Center, and it was they call it the Drum, and it was empty a lot of times because it was just too much space. And now they said this Moody Center is rocking, the floor is shaking, like the energy is like no other, is unmatched. So I want to hear your thoughts of how the Moody Center is.
Well, from a personal experience of the games we played this year, Moody's a nice stadium, like really a top tier stadium. But I ain't gonna lie, like I haven't gotten the full effect of it being like packed.
I agree.
So I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to practice hard every day so we can turn the city up, you know what I'm saying? Because some more people in there.
Right.
So I can really feel that. And like once we start playing conference play, of course it's gonna get like that. But you know, it's been good, but it's not been like super lit. Like I just, you know what I'm saying? I want the city to, you know what I'm saying, how the football games are. I need the city to pop out like that.
Well, and I'll back that because, like, you know, it's funny because last year was the year that you, like, you know, granted it was the opening in the Moody Center, but also at the start of the year they had Gonzaga come in here, they had Creighton come in here, and so the place was just
that was gonna be rocking.
Oh my gosh, it was nuts! And I mean, oh, sorry, go ahead, Roy.
No, my guy Nick Collison sent me a video, and the place was going crazy because you know he works for the Thunder, but it was rocking when they played at Gonzaga. He said it was off the chain.
It was deafening. It was deafening. Like, it was awesome. There were people, like the older people were complaining about the noise. It was so loud, which is like, which means it's good. But I think that, you know, part of that is I think the out of conference schedule this year was a little bit lighter, you know, and I think
cakeish.
Yeah,
so let's keep it 100.
But like facts when it comes to Big 12, I mean, you've got some big team. I mean, you got Houston coming in here, Baylor
top
coming
5
in here.
Team. For sure.
Like it's gonna be those games. I think you'll see it, Chris. It gets deafening in there. It's cool. It's a good experience. But I agree with you. It's kind of been a tougher go of it. And now you guys are in, like, the kids are out of school. But you know, so it's like this is kind of the dead period a little bit. But once January comes around, that place is going to be nuts. Well, the other thing that you guys are fighting is the football team still playing, so everybody's attention at Texas is always on the football. But I think as January hits, that place is going to be nuts, and you're going to finally feel it. And I think that's the atmosphere that people need to see.
Yeah, I got to get to a game.
Yeah.
DJ, you made a game yet?
Nah, I ain't make one yet. We gonna go to the U of H game.
Yeah, but that's in Houston.
There's
one in Austin too.
Yeah, but we're not. I don't think we're gonna make it down to Austin.
Yeah, that's
at
true.
This time.
But you definitely need to go to the Houston game there. So I'll come down for that. Yeah, you just when you come to Austin, just call TJ Ford. He's always sitting on the court side, so you know TJ.
Yeah, he got court side seats.
Yeah, TJ.
But he's also in the rafters too. So respect.
Yeah, he is. Well, Chris, we appreciate you being here, man. We're excited to watch you play. I know we're all big fans of yours, so we appreciate you taking the time to jump on brUTherhood.
Appreciate
it. Definitely.
Stay healthy and keep working, bro.
Keep on working, bro. You know, we support you over here, man. I'm putting that battery in everybody's back, so don't let me down.
Hey, I'm telling you, my time coming soon.
Oh, we know.
It's coming soon.
Roy, did you get any time off for the holidays?
Actually, we had Christmas Eve and Christmas off. I went to go get my daughter. She lives in New York. You know, I co-parent, so I had to hop on a plane, come, you know, go to New York from New Orleans. We played in New Orleans on the 23rd and then fly to New York. I saw my parents and picked my daughter up Christmas Day, took her back, and then we played the 26th and the 27th. So it's been a long journey. Now I'm on the road for 12 days. Our longest trip of the year. DJ knows about these trips. It's going to be long. We were in Miami last night, didn't pull it out. And now we're in Chicago, you know, one of DJ's old stomping grounds. And it's cold and it's snowing and it's raining and it's sleeting and it's brick outside. So just taking it all in, and you know, this is part of the job and I'm loving every second of it. So thankful.
DJ, what'd you do, man? You get out of town at all? Did you get out of Houston?
Nah, man, just here with the family. We had family in town. You know, like Roy said, you know, being a player, you know, around these times, you really got to make things happen, make things work, you know, because of time purposes. But, you know, I'm not playing anymore. So I was able to just sit back, enjoy, you know, watch the family cook, you know, eat, chill out, watch some games. So it's definitely a good feeling for me to be able to do that now, in my career. Just had a good time, man. The kids had a great Christmas. They got everything they wanted. Santa was good to them. We had a good New Year's. So yeah, man, just, enjoying the holidays.
Hey, do you play Elf on the Shelf with your kid?
Yeah, we do, man. My daughter actually watches our podcast. So I'm, yes, the elves do come visit us around Christmas time. We have 2 elves actually. One is named Noel. The other one name is, what's the other elf name? Noel and Snowflake. Snowflake and Noel.
So is it different themes every night, or is it the same theme? Like,
they do
out.
It depends on what the elf does.
They do different things every night. So when the kids get up in the morning, that's the first thing they do. They go looking to see what the elves did. They might, make a mess somewhere in the house or leave a note saying something, So it's fun to watch them, look for the elves. So they visit us every Christmas. Then after Christmas, they leave and go back to the North Pole until next year.
Cool.
Yeah.
I guess I'm waiting for my elves to come to my house because they flew over.
Yeah. Yeah, they look forward to the elves coming, man. So, shout out to my wife. She does a great job of communicating with the elves and Santa.
Elves and Santa, I guess.
Yeah, she does. She does a great job.
That's not your job, DJ. She's in contact.
Yeah, she's in contact with them.
That's an important position, man. Maybe one day you'll move up the rankings,
Yeah, I'll leave it to her. I'll let her handle that. Yeah.
What you been up to? Shuley?
All my immediate family's here, man. So just hung out and laid pretty low, and then flipped to New Orleans real fast for the Texas Final Four playoff game for the football.
Talk about it.
Man, it was fun. It was a cool atmosphere, and sadly, Texas didn't exactly play their best game, man. But every time you looked up, they were still fighting, and it felt like, I remember looking up at halftime, being like, "Man, we're not playing good football," and it's 21-21. And then they fought hard and came down to the last play and just couldn't punch it in on those last couple drives, and it cost them. But what an awesome year. I mean, I think this team's way ahead of where everybody thought they'd be, and props to Sark and his squad, and just the way they came out and played this year and took it to the Big 12, won the final championship for them before they go to the SEC. Is a big year. So good things coming for that program.
Do you get to go out and have some, bites to eat in New Orleans while you was there, Nick?
I did, man. I did it horribly. I flew in day of because I had to go to a party with my girlfriend on New Year's Eve, and so I was in Austin, then flew out early on New Year's Day. But I got to go to, there's a spot I'm obsessed with there called Shaya, which is Israeli food, and I think it won the Beard Award in 2017 as best new restaurant. Unbelievable. And so my brother-in-law, me, and my buddy Mark Higgins, who works with me on all the Clark Field stuff, we all went to Shaya, had one really nice meal because we knew we were probably going to drink too much that night and end up eating pizza or something like that. And sure enough, we did. So it was nice to do a good meal. But then we came right back. So it was a quick trip. We didn't really New Orleans.
Shaya. So
Shaya. Man, definitely do it. It's the hummus.
You said what type of food?
Israeli. So Mediterranean. It's a lot of, pita bread, hummus,
lamb shank.
Some kebabs, etc.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
DJ, what should I go eat when I go back to New Orleans? Like name drop a restaurant.
New Orleans Food and Spirit is one of my go-tos.
You told me that at Roy's wedding. I remember.
Yeah, New Orleans Food and Spirit is definitely a go-to for me. Morrow's.
I've been hearing about that. I heard he has a couple other restaurants too.
Yeah, that's my boy. He opened up like 2 other restaurants.
Treehouse is like
Treehouse is more of a like a club / lounge. You can have food there, but Morrow's and the newest place he opened, it's more like a Asian twist to it. It's like named after his grandmother. I heard that's pretty good. I haven't had it yet, but I always get Morrow's and New Orleans Food and Spirit when I'm in New Orleans.
I'm gonna definitely try to check both of those things out, or all 3 of them. I know the owner was on Earn Your Leisure. I forgot his name, but
Larry Morrow. Yeah. What you order? Room service?
Oh, that's me?
Yeah.
We don't got no hotel phones.
No phones. Hey, you know the iPhone ringtone. That ain't it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to answer this one. It's my food, to be quite honest. Like, I was in the gym earlier, so that's my food, and I'm going to just let them ring, and I'll call back later.
Are you sure, man?
Hey, you should, bro. I know it's bad weather out there, but Chicago got some restaurants. Oh my God!
I want to go to the Soho House though.
The who?
The Soho House. They got a Soho House in Chicago. What's a good restaurant in Chicago since you a Chicago native?
They got the place called Cut. I think it's called Cut. Like CUT, just like the steak cut. I forgot the name, but I think it's called Cut. And then Michael Jordan has his restaurant out there. It's pretty good. Michael Jordan has you got Mastro's out there.
Oh yeah, Mastro's.
I have Mastro's. That's nothing new. What about Maple and Ash? That's
a breakfast. That's like a breakfast style place. Maple and Ash. It's more breakfast.
Roy, there's a spot there called Le Colonial, which is French Vietnamese. Man, they got one in Houston actually too now. It started in San Francisco. It is fantastic.
I love how you just jump down the rabbit hole with the foodie. Like,
I know.
and I eat like really, a 6-year-old. So. I got all my spots, man. Anytime I travel, I gotta do my homework first and find some good spots.
Yeah, you gotta go eat.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, go. Gotta get that food.
Man, let me see what he ordered, man. If he got a burger, I'm gonna be mad. That's some.
Nah.
Hey, hold on. Where y'all staying?
Peninsula.
What the hell
Where's
is that?
What part of town?
That's downtown. We right off of Michigan.
Yeah. So y'all not at the Ritz?
Yeah. Nah, we don't stay at the Ritz. The Ritz is right down the block, though. The Peninsula is nicer than the Ritz.
Really?
No, I didn't get a burger. I don't eat burgers.
What you got?
I got some Jamaican food.
What is it?
Oh, it's not room service then.
You got Uber Eats.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, Uber Eats, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I know they not serving Jamaican food at that hotel.
The Peninsula.
I don't remember the last time I ordered room service, to be quite honest, because of Uber Eats. It's like room service, they're going to bang you over the head. The food is mid. And secondly, it's like,
it depends on the hotel. Variety. It depends on the hotel, bro. It depends on the hotel. It depends on the hotel. It depends on the
hotel. Food is like slamming.
4 seasons, you never gonna.
I mean, but it's a typical. Okay, what you gonna get? You can have a chicken sandwich. You can have
grilled chicken salad.
You can have a steak. Like
boring. It's not a restaurant though. You can't. I mean, you in the room
Roy's tasting the local fare. I like it.
Listen, I want Uber Eats. I said I wanted some Jamaican food. That's what my palate wants right now, and I ordered some Yardman food, brethren.
Bumba clap. They bring it to your door.
Yeah, that's why they call. But I'm like, usually I just said put it, drop it off at my door, but. You staying in these nice hotels. They don't let
concierge.
Yeah, gotta have that key card.
yeah, that's the key card. We in a key card hotel.
Mm-hmm. That's when you made it.
Well, I missed them days.
You missed them days?
I gotta get my. I don't miss it, but now I gotta get my own hotel. You take that shit for granted. You stay at them nice hotels for free.
You take a lot for granted. The travel, the hotels. The hotels are cool. I stay in nice hotels regardless, but the travel, so I'm traveling back to New York, and I just switched over my license to a Texas license, so now I'm official Texan. Hey. So I'm going through the airport, and I get my ticket, and it doesn't say, the TSA, like the pre-check. Mm-hmm. So I have pre-check, you pay for that. Like I have, what's the other one? Pre-check and clear. And then I have global entry. So you have to go and get fingerprinted for that. So it wasn't on my ticket. I'm thinking nothing of it. I go back. The lady, I give her my number. She puts it in, doesn't come up. So now I'm like, damn, I got to go through the regular line, take off my shoes, take my computer out. Yeah, I'm like, man, I feel so regular now.
Nah, dude, once you go to the other side, you can't go back. It's rough, man.
The flights is different. I'm like, this is nasty. I do not like this. Yeah, we have it good. I must say that we do
for sure
have it good or did have it good because you're done.
Yeah, like I said, that's what I miss the most, the hotels. Like, we stay at nice hotel, but when you got to pay for that shit, because a lot of time I got a family of 6. So they be trying to make me buy 2 rooms.
Really? So when they see everybody come in, they like,
I be sneaking.
Exactly. You just go up to the counter.
I tell them to stay in the car or wait outside until I get the key.
That's college too. That's college life too. Everybody in. We're in. Let's roll.
Man. Hold on, time out. So what's the rule? So you ask for
you can only have 4. So you can only have 4 people. Nah, like so I'll get 2 queens. I'll get a room with 2 queens in it. So my 3 older kids will sleep in the queen, and then me, my wife, and my youngest will sleep in the other queen. And then if that don't work, depending on the hotel, how much it is, I might get the conjoined room, and let the kids stay on one side, and me and my wife had the whole other side. But you can't do that. You can't do that for so long though. For too much longer. Kids getting older. What you mean? And
now get a hideaway bed.
Yeah. I mean, when they get to that point, I might have to get the other room. But
you might as well stay at Embassy Suites.
Nah, hell no.
Well, there goes that sponsorship.
Nah, man.
We tried.
4 Seasons, my shit. 4 Seasons. I ain't really a big.
Yeah, of course. Though that's $600 a night. Easy.
Right. Times 2. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
What you need to do is you need to call one of the equipment managers to get the NBA discount because it's like half off. We pay like $300 a night because they get so many rooms, and they give you away discount, and you can utilize it during the summer. I've done it before. Like he'll book me, and then I'll just give him my credit card, and I'm paying the team rate.
Team rate, yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. You go on the Embassy Suites, bro.
Yeah. Hell no. Hell no. Nah, I ain't tripping on flights. I've been flying Southwest my whole career.
I love Southwest.
Really?
Man, what? Southwest? And we don't even worry about getting the priority ticket because with the kids, we gonna get it. We gonna be right after A anyway because we got the kid line.
You got the small kids.
Children, small kids. Yeah.
So is that
she's like 17 now? Some of those families have these kids. You're like, wait, what? That kid's like 15.
He's not 2. He's like 8.
So we do the small kid line. Out of Hobby, out of Houston.
Out of Hobby. Okay, yeah.
I'm so much easier.
Closer to
Bush.
So I fly to Bush, and then United's out of Bush, and I'm like I think I'm a silver or a gold.
You bougie.
Nah, it's the point.
Get those miles, yeah.
Yeah, you get the miles, you get the upgrade for free. It's worth it. So,
like I said,
my wife put me into that.
Yeah, we've been Southwest my whole career.
Southwest, so you ABC, and then
ABC,
you just get
but like I said, you got the different price. You got the different prices. The higher you pay, you get priority, which is A. Sometimes you get lucky and get an A or a B. If you pay the cheapest price. But I'm buying 6 flights because if you 2 and older, everybody need a ticket. Ain't no lap child. Right. So I'm buying 6 plane tickets. Oof. So we get the cheapest one, and we before the B line. That's how we been.
For all the money you made, you found a way to be cheap.
Yep. Now, I'm gonna be
That's
cheap
how you
flying.
stay wealthy, man.
I'm gonna be cheap flying, but like I said, I'm gonna get the nicest hotel. Like what I'm saying.
So and then what kind of car you rent? You rent a minivan? You rent a Tesla? You rent what? A car? SUV?
It depends on like where we at and how long we gonna be there.
Just Uber sometimes?
Yeah, we might just Uber. But sometimes Uber be tripping on kids without car seats and stuff.
Yeah, that's a big one. I found out about that one.
But I know I get a driver. I just get a driver. I have my agent set up a driver and just pay him to
the bougie move never stop. I'm just saying, I just pay him to stay with me the whole time. Huh?
I mean, when you think about it, all like just like Uber, you gonna spend
money with family. You spend money like traveling with my daughter, going to get her, and my wife now. Like it's 3 of us, and staying in hotels is like food, like it all costs. It's worth it, but for the experience. But you're gonna spend money traveling with a family. So like, where do you cut the corners? No matter how much money you made, you want to cut corners. I don't want to pay full price on anything. If I can get a discount, I'll take the discount.
But I feel like traveling. I feel like travel. You can't cut corners. I try to do that, and it backfires.
It's so expensive.
I'm just saying, like cutting corners, like staying at a cheaper hotel because of the price. Like you might get there and the sheets dirty, motherfuckers loud in the room next door to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I've done that before, so I've learned my lesson. Like, I ain't cutting no corners when it comes to travel, like lodging and travel. Like, I'm gonna just pay what I gotta pay. You know what I'm saying?
No, that makes sense. You know, you learn through experiences. You have good experiences, you have bad experiences. You have good memories, you have bad memories about it.
Sure.
That's wild, though.
Mm-hmm. All right, fellas.
We made a whole.
We did. We had a whole travel segment.
That's pretty dope, though. Like that was organic.
DJ Augustine's high-end travel tips.
Yeah.
With 6.
Yeah. We should have the airplane flying in his window.
Well, Ryan, I guess we got to get so you have time to untangle that cord on your headphones.
I'm good. I'll do it tonight. But it blends into my hoodie. So if you're really not very attentive, you're not gonna know that I have a tangled cord on my side of my head.
Exactly.
We couldn't even tell, bro.
Well, we'll let you get to your Jamaican cuisine, and we'll be back next week with another episode of the brUTherhood.
You already know that.